Some debates are won with arguments, others are won with timing. But tonight, the opposition didn't need Andrew Wilson to finish them off. They did it themselves. Every time they tried to land a point, they swung right back into their own jaw. Every counterpunch turned into a pratfall. By the end, it looked less like a debate and more like a one-man slapstick routine.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me so, and you always be a good boy, don't you ever fuck with guns. But I shot a man in Monroe just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
This is how it goes. Argument, just out of curiosity.
This is how it goes. This is how it goes. We don't sit up here and over talk. I was going to get the source, and you two chuckle fucks won't shut up. So you can sit down there and just wait a moment, and Bodyguard and Power can now do Magic Mike dances for you. 1 second.
Power, I think you just been made a mod.
Oh, damn.
Hey, Power, can you type something in the chat for me so I can check?
Sure. There we go.
No, you're not a mod yet.
Okay.
That's okay, I got it. Well, first of all, she was getting the source, and that's why those guys are muted. And if you want to come on up and be respectful, then that's not a problem. So, can we come on up and be respectful? Go ahead and request in the box.
The trolls can't track the profile now.
I'm talking to you with the cursive lettering in your name.
They actually have to do work, and they don't like doing work.
Well, then come on up, be respectful, and let's see if we can't get a conversation going. But what we're not going to do is overtalk the host. That's not what we're not going to do.
Okay.
But I did send you an invite, so come on up.
What we're not going to
be respectful. Okay, so let's just come on up. Request up so I can go ahead and invite you in. Hey Pam, your multi-guesser feature has been turned off.
It will be when I'm getting it because there's so many sources out here. I'm trying to find the one I had.
Okay, well, Pam will invite you up when she gets a chance.
Oh, well, no, this one was a non-voter. That's why she got dropped. She don't vote. And the other two clowns that were up here are not in the guest requests.
So sandpaper?
Absolute sandpaper.
Damn, why is it always the pretty ones?
Yeah, didn't vote, and she said she would have voted for Donald Trump.
Always the pretty ones.
Yeah,
Always.
actually. I mean, I was trying to get another one, but I wanted to show them that one. CBS News, U.S. labor market added 911,000 fewer jobs than earlier reported by the BLS.
Taken for fucking ever.
No, they're different.
And like I said, I have transgender friends and gay friends, and we all respect each other's opinion. You know,
okay. But it's important to make that distinction that gender and sex are different. They just are.
What is you were looking up notes earlier? What does Webster say on what gender is?
We can look it up.
And this is an actual conversation.
Okay, we can look it up.
And like I said, I respect everyone. I have gay friends, trans friends, I have all that, and we all have civil discussions on it.
Okay, so I actually have it pulled up here. If you'd like.
It's not my internet.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, sex.
You know, I can prove it's not my internet because not all of these lives skip. It's the host's internet. There's not anything I can do about that.
Female or intersex, assigned at birth based on physical characteristics.
Okay.
Gender refers to socially constructed roles, behaviors, and identities.
Now here's my next question.
Like man, woman, non-binary, genderqueer, and more.
When was that updated? Webster has an update. When was that updated? That's my next question. I was hoping y'all would bring this up.
Yeah, so the thing is things are updated all the time. I mean, like, laws get updated, definitions get updated as we learn more. Is there a problem with that?
When was that updated?
I mean, but regardless, why does it matter when it was updated?
Just hear me out.
Yeah, as we learn more, things are updated. I think it's pretty irrelevant when it was updated.
I promise you, I'm not attacking you. I respect you as a human being. You believe what you want.
In Webster, this was 2019.
Okay. There's a way and a reasoning that was
There's
updated.
6 other requesters there.
Technically, I didn't overpay anything, so I just got free money.
That doesn't make sense to me, but I'm glad that it happened to you.
Pell Grant, exactly. And you know what? Honestly, it doesn't really make sense to me either. But who am I to complain? I got a free few $1,000s.
I remember that happening to me in college. Like, hey, here's a couple $100, and I spent it all on 40s.
You spent it all on what?
40-ounce malt liquors.
Oh. Ew. Hi, Rico. How old are you?
I'm 41.
Okay. So you're not quite a malt liquor. Do you think the Christian God's a sick frick?
What's a malt liquor?
He's one more than a malt liquor.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, a 40-ounce? Got it. That was over my head. Very clever, by the way.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I'm not really sure. Why is the Christian God a sick F?
Bet. How we feel about slavery? Is that like a positive, a negative? Are we neutral about that?
It depends on the context. Can I give you an example?
Does it?
Yeah, can I give you an example?
Please.
Yeah, so let's pretend for a second. Let's pretend for a second that you have a neighboring nation which attacks you. And when this neighboring nation attacks you in a defensive way, you launch a counter invasion. That's the only way to stop the threat. And now their civilian population is working to make weapons for the enemy. And so when you invade this nation, you take tens of thousands of them prisoner. Now you have one of 3 choices, let's say, in this conflict. Choice 1, you can eliminate all of them because they will slow your army down and cause you trouble. 2, you can send them back to the enemy. They can continue to make weapons for them. Or 3, you can force them to make weapons for you at the barrel of a gun. Now, that would be slavery. Why would that be in any way immoral?
Because doing things to people without their consent is bad.
So you would eliminate them then? Or send them back to your enemy so that they can make more weapons to hurt your people then?
I think this is a false dichotomy.
And it's not. Really you have 3 choices. Which choice would you pick?
No, I.
Within the confines of the hypothetical, you have 3 choices.
Yeah,
Which one would you pick?
Okay, hey, Rico? Can you do me a favor?
You're just going to change the entirety of this.
No,
okay.
I'm not.
Go ahead.
I just said it's a false dichotomy.
What's a false dichotomy?
Regardless.
What's false about it?
Sure, that this is not biblical.
But that has nothing to do with anything. You asked me about the morality of slavery.
Yeah.
When I gave you an example of where slavery can be moral, I want you to tell me which choice. If you had those 3 choices, which many, by the way, I can point you to many armies which have only had those 3 choices, which one would you pick?
I would pick the one with, hold on, I have an appeal thing, but I'd pick the one where I'm not unaliving anyone and I'm not putting anyone to slavery.
So you would send them back to the enemy so that they could continue to make weapons for them?
Correct.
What? Wait, what? Wait, I just want to make sure I got this right. So you would send your enemies back to make weapons to kill more of your people rather than hold them temporarily against their will, and in order for them to kind of hold their daily bread to make it worth it, you force them to work. Yes, it is. What else? What else could it mean? It's telling people against their will.
Trichotomy, Rico.
What's false about it?
Trichotomy.
What's false about it?
Because you're forcing us to 3 options that we don't like any of them. It's like if I said, if you had to like molest 1,000 kids or murder 1,000 kids, which would you pick? Like, that's just like not a fair dilemma.
Well, hang on. Wait a second. Do you agree in warfare this happens?
Rico, what we could do, I'm just going to tell you what we could do.
Okay, whatever.
Is
Go ahead.
Keep them in jail.
Yeah. Okay, but
we could keep them in prison, but not force them to
okay,
work
so what if your army is running out of food, okay, and you need their labor in order for them to feed themselves?
Then we lose the war.
Oh, okay. So basically what you're saying is that
Wait, Rico, you never answered my question.
You would allow yourself to be destroyed rather than utilize forced labor, if necessary, of the people who attacked you?
Yes.
In order to prevent them from continuing to attack you.
Correct.
How does that comport? How does that comport with reason? How does that comport with reason at all?
Well, that wasn't it. You asked us what we would do, and we told you.
Yeah, but I'm asking how that comports with reason. How does that comport with reason?
Lovely. So to start,
What's
I asked you a question that you never answered.
What's the question?
The first question I asked you.
I just told you, depending on context, I think it's totally moral and justified if you're being attacked by a neighboring nation. And your options to either eliminate them or utilize their labor so that they can feed themselves, so that they can't go back to the enemy and hurt you more. I think that that's not only morally justified, but it's also logically sound. Like this would, yeah. So can you tell me why that's an immoral choice?
I'm so glad you said that, because that's completely irrelevant to the conversation.
How's that not slavery? How's that not slavery?
Hey, that's not what I said.
So then it is slavery and it's justified?
I'm going to ask you the question again.
Okay, can you answer mine? I just answered yours twice.
I'm going to ask you the question again.
Sometimes the answer is sometimes it's justified, and I just gave you the justification.
Rico,
can you tell me? Can you tell me why that's not justified?
As you answered the question, you added things to the question that I didn't ask. You said,
I asked you if you wanted an example. You said sure.
Hey, Rico.
You're yelling.
Calm down.
Hey, lady.
It's okay.
Did you know that I asked you if it was the case that you wanted an example, and you said yes, and I gave you one, and you can't tell me why it's unjustified?
Yeah, I just asked you the question again, and when I asked you the question again,
yes, sometimes, sometimes it's justified.
In the event that I had these 2 choices, I never gave you those choices. You added those.
Okay, here we go. To answer your question directly, sometimes it's justified.
Okay, great. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Now that we have that out of the way, and you haven't added caveats that I didn't add, now we can tie it back into the greater conversation.
Yeah, great. So here's the conversation. First, we need to establish whether or not that would be immoral.
Hey, Rico.
Can you tell me how that would be immoral?
Hey, Rico.
You just don't want to answer. This is just obfuscation. Why are you obfuscating? Rico? Just answer the question.
Hey, Rico.
Hey, lady, can you answer? Shh, you shh until you answer. Answer.
It's going to be okay.
Why won't you answer?
It's going to be okay.
You can't answer, can you? You can just admit it. You can just say it's justified and you never thought of it before. Just say it.
Thank you.
Just say, I never actually. Just say, Rico, I never actually thought of it.
You just said it wasn't reasonable.
Oh, no.
I gave you my answer. You just didn't like it.
Tell me why I'm not justified in doing that. Why do I have no justification in doing that? Why?
Because those aren't our only options.
Okay, so what are the other options?
You could just not go to war. You could negotiate a peace deal if you absolutely
They attacked our nation in the hypothetical, as nations tend to do with other nations. So how are we going to prevent going to war? We're just going to stand there and let them kill us? Is that what we should do?
They attack us. We're justified in
Correct. That makes sense to me. You would be justified in defending yourself. So if you take prisoners and you need to force prisoners for labor, why is that unjustified?
No. If a soldier attacked you, you can end their life and you're justified. I don't think you have to enslave them Now you're not justified. You've
Well,
gone too
okay,
far
so
in that
why, if I took prisoners of war and needed to force their labor in order for them to be able to feed themselves, lest they go back to the enemy and begin killing my people again?
Humans aren't a resource. You're not allowed to, like...
Yeah, why is that not? Why?
Humans as a resource.
That's an assertion. Tell me why I'm not justified in doing that. Why not?
Yeah, because I respect human life more than you. You're a piece of shit, and I'm not.
That's not an argument because you're a bad man. That's not an argument because you're bad. And Rico, it's because you're bad.
And you don't.
Yeah, well, you respect it so much you would kill him. You respect him so much you would kill him.
In defense, yeah. Do you respect human life so much that you would enslave them?
I respect it so much that I would not let them go back to the enemy to kill my people.
So you would enslave them?
Yeah, that would be the better alternative to killing them. You see how that works?
I disagree.
No?
Why? Oh, do you disagree that that would be the better option than killing them? So you would not. So if you were in a POW camp,
walked into
go ahead.
your house, if someone
Yeah.
went to your house and was going to hurt your family, would you just like chain them up and like put them and make them mow on, or would you just defend yourself?
Well, no.
And kick their ass?
So yeah, but after they got arrested, they went to prison. If the prison forced them into labor, then I'd be fine with that.
Would you pick?
Yeah, I would kill them. Yes.
Okay, so you're also doing the same thing I picked.
Yes. So the alternative here,
if someone attacks you, you can defend yourself.
yes, but the alternative here is. So what do you do when you capture them?
Japanese internment camps.
Yes.
Hold on, Rico.
Yes.
We did this with the Japanese internment.
No, that
camps.
was different.
Guess what? It was immoral.
No, that was different. So the internment camps here, I could even agree that that was immoral. What happened with the Japanese internment camp? But when we imprisoned Japanese soldiers,
was that immoral, Rico?
I'll explain. The distinction and justification. One, because we had U.S. citizens. These were U.S. citizens who had committed no crime nor attacked us. So there was no justification.
Right.
If we took them as prisoners of war, though, during a conflict, which we did, and then forced their labor as POWs so that they can sustain themselves, and we didn't have to contend with them killing our troops anymore, how's that not the more moral option?
I see. So if someone attacks you, you can enslave them, in your view.
Can you answer my question, dude? Why is it not the more moral option, if it's the case that you have prisoners of war, to sustain them rather than kill them?
Slavery.
What?
Because I'm against human slavery.
So your only other, so you would let them go back to the enemy to kill your people?
No, if I'm attacked, I would kill them.
Yes, okay. So you would never take any of them prisoners. So your whole mentality then is take no prisoners? Only kill them?
I could do prisoners in jail. You keep on changing the trichotomy to add...
I'm not. I'm giving you a very specific example.
Rico,
if you take prisoners of war...
Slow down.
If you take prisoners of war, and you need these prisoners of war to sustain themselves, meaning... you can't spare the labor to build their fences. You can't spare the labor to farm their food. You can't spare the labor to do that, but you can't risk them going back to the enemy. How are you not justified in forcing their labor rather than killing them?
I guess I don't understand this whole...
what are you confused about? It's not complex.
I'm trying to tell Rico, if I start to talk and you yell over me, you
Bro,
won't understand.
because you don't answer. You just ask. Answer, then ask.
Yes.
Yes, what?
You just said the answer. That was my answer.
You would kill them. You would kill them rather than force their labor. Got it. That's the answer.
So in this,
brilliant.
So to bring this back to God, does God have like necessary resources and stuff like that? Like, does he need humans for labor and stuff, or else he can't do something?
I don't think that you should hold against God the fact that he kills people when your justification is that you also would kill people.
No, but God enslaves people. So he enslaves people.
Yes, but you still haven't given me a justification.
Rico, hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
In God's case, God doesn't need resources. He doesn't need anything. So let's say I'm totally wrong here, and you absolutely should enslave people in your scenario. I don't see it, but let's say you're right. You should somehow enslave humans. Why should God do it since he has access to infinite resources?
You can't make a criticism unless you can demonstrate that what's going on there is immoral.
Well, yeah, I can because
hang on. Let me respond. You just asked.
Rico,
you can't grant. You can't.
I'm saying it is immoral. You're right. You nailed it.
Oh, what's immoral? What's immoral?
Killing people instead of enslaving them. You're totally right.
Okay, so then what is your criticism against God if God does the same thing?
Because does God need resources?
Well, what would that have to do with anything? If the justification is that...
Because that was your scenario.
No. Wait. You have now conceded the ground that slavery is not immoral.
No, I have not.
Yes, I thought you just said that you concede that.
Rico, you said it in the context of if you need these specific resources and you had no other choice.
So slavery at least isn't always immoral?
Rico, I'm granting you that so we can move past
So then slavery is not always immoral.
So do you think slavery is always good?
No. I'm trying to figure out your criticism. Your criticism here.
Bad?
Yeah, but from your perspective,
I'm not God.
What I'm trying to figure out is if it's the case that
You're right. Slavery's good, Rico. Good job.
Yeah.
So
okay. So you're just not going to answer anything. You're just not going to answer anything.
It's your turn to answer one.
Okay. Well, you have to answer mine first. You have to answer it and then ask. No, you haven't.
Rico, we did it.
I want to. I want to know. I want to know if there's.
Rico, you won.
Are you going to
giving it to you?
What are you giving to me?
Stop. You're asking the same question.
Okay, great. So slavery's always wrong then. Then slavery's always wrong. That's your concession.
What the fuck is going on right now?
Is slavery always wrong or is it always right? Which is your concession?
I think it's always right 100% of the time. Okay. You got me. You cooked me.
Okay,
Good
great.
job. Now, Rico, when God did it,
did
he need to do it?
From your view, yes. Because it's always right. 100% of the time.
What?
You just said slavery's right 100% of the time. You got me, Rico. So when you ask, is it justified when God does it? Then yes, because it's justified 100% of the time. Remember, doofus?
Are you really trying to avoid the question?
I didn't avoid the question, but utilized your own logic to show you.
How would that be a concession if that wasn't your
Well,
position?
if the gentleman said that slavery is justified 100% of the time and then criticizes God for having slaves, then he's clearly in contradiction with his own view. So if the case is
that's not what I asked.
Then if I convinced you of that, there's no criticism towards God because slavery is justified 100% of the time according to you.
So that's your view.
That would be your view.
Well, that's what you just taught me. Did I understand?
Well, then if that's the case, you have no more criticism.
Did I understand your view correctly?
That's your view.
Well, no, you gave him the two options.
No,
he
made a concession.
Right
Rico, he said, Rico, you have convinced me. That 100% of the time,
over me.
slavery is justified.
Hey, Rico, stop talking over me.
Oh, God. Stop whining. All you do is whine.
Slavery right never or slavery right 100% of the time. Mezzo said, okay, then slavery is right 100% of the time.
Great.
So those are the two things that you gave him the option for.
Yeah.
But if we're going to your position, you said it's okay sometimes.
Why would I need to make or create a justification for anything God does if you make a concession that 100% of the time slavery okay, well then the answer there would be no. You're creating a no answer because if he concedes that 100% of the time is justified, then there's never a criticism.
My question was if your position was sometimes. So your answer is no. That's not your position.
No. My position sometimes, but I don't need to justify
That's
any.
what I asked
Your
you.
position is sometimes.
Yeah, but do you not?
Position is sometimes.
Yeah, no. Well,
Mine
so
is
now you're going to
sometimes.
change your position.
Yeah,
It's okay.
conceding to you.
So which times?
Okay.
So which times?
So let's find out. You tell me.
No. I'm not going to tell you your view. You have to tell me your view.
I'm asking you because
You're asking me your view.
Rico.
You're asking me your view.
Rico, I'm asking you your view.
I see, but haven't we already demonstrated my view multiple
Holy
times?
shit. Shut the fuck up, dude. You got to stop interrupting. We are trying to find out now if God needed to have slaves, because in your scenario, it was somehow necessary in order to save your citizens. So you were doing slavery as self-defense.
What slaves did God have?
What are you talking about?
What which part of the Bible are you talking about where God had slaves, sir?
Where he commanded the Hebrews to have
Well, that's
slaves.
not God having slaves. You need to be more precise with your language.
Okay.
Rico,
God
do you
commanded
not
people to have
understand
slaves.
the question?
I understand the question just fine. It's not my fault you can't
Okay,
argue it.
Then answer it.
I just answered
What's
it.
the answer?
God didn't have slaves. What
What's
do you
the
mean?
answer? Why did he command slavery?
Because he was dealing with an attacking nation, and slavery was a much better situation for them in that certain context. In that certain context, than it was to kill them.
So
Where did it
God's
say that?
choices were limited.
No, people's choices were limited.
God
Wait,
made
but
the choice
where
to
does it-
command slavery.
Wait, no funny shit though. Where does it say that that the options were slavery or killing people.
Pull up,
Where does it say
pull
that?
up the passage you think justifies slavery. We'll go through it together.
Lovely.
It says it in Deuteronomy. You can attack a nation. You go. It's not that they're attacking you. You go attack the nation, and then you choose to, or you give them the choice. Do you want to die or become slaves?
I see. So in this time, since you're using the presentism,
Now what God could
yeah.
have done, though.
So
since
if you're
it's not
using,
not a dichotomy,
do you want
God
me to
could have
answer
said,
to it or not?
No, I'm not. It's not a question.
Oh, it's not a question. Okay, well then let me attack the position.
That's the verse.
Then I'll attack the
Well,
position.
let me finish the position.
Well,
So
hurry up.
God said either make them. Hurry up.
Yeah, actually explain it this time.
Sure.
Hurry up is crazy
God,
work.
God
Do you have somewhere to
said-
be?
Yeah,
God said
I'm
you
super
can either
busy.
make
Okay.
them slaves or kill them, and I'm saying since it's God, He could have made a third option where He says make them your friends, and God could have made that happen. So
And-
of the three options, He chose slavery and death and ignored.
Well,
friendship.
now you're
And I think
ignoring the
that's- I think
dialect.
that's bad.
Now you're
Wait,
ignoring
actually,
free will.
Hold on.
Now you're ignoring free will.
Thank you. People in the comments, stop spamming. You can support Rico if you want, but not with the spamming.
That's totally fair.
Especially Blake.
Don't
Blake,
spam.
stop.
Don't spam chats.
Stop spamming.
Don't spam chats. That's fair.
Support Rico if you want, but don't spam. It's weird and it's annoying and I can't read.
Of the three options, which ones do you get the most free will? When you're dead, when you're a slave, or when you're someone's friend?
Yeah, but if two people don't want to be friends and you
Sorry,
force
which of
them,
those three do you get the most free will?
well, the free will would be in the choosing. So none of those would actually give you additional free will.
Well, you could say when you approach a nation, say, do you want to die, be slaves, or be our friend?
Mm-hmm. And what if that nation chooses to die?
If that's their choice, then
Well,
they can
then
do that,
then your argument is now defeated, sir. So back to this. Can we
But God,
move
no,
into?
it's not. God didn't
Yes, it
give them
is.
the third choice.
Wait a second. Wait a second. What third choice? What third choice?
Be friends.
So wait a second. I'm really confused here. How would God force those people to be your friend?
He didn't. You asked them.
Right. So that would affect free will.
You ask them if they want to be friends.
That would affect. Yeah. So these people had been warring for 500 years. You think they were going to be besties?
You don't think slavery and death affects free will?
Wait. Do you understand that the choice to choose slavery or death, if you took that away, that would be the effect of free will?
I'm saying you can let them still choose.
Okay, well then what if they choose death? Because they don't want to be friends, and that's what happened. They chose death because they didn't want to be friends, buddy.
They didn't give them the choice for
Then prove it.
God
Demonstrate it scripturally. Do it.
Yes, it's in Deuteronomy.
Show me. Don't talk about it. Pull it up so we can go through it together.
You want me to pull up a verse where God doesn't say to let them be friends?
I want you to pull up the context of what it is that you're talking about so we can go through a chapter and verse and see if you're full of it, which you are. Go ahead.
How is he supposed to prove a negative?
That's he made a positive claim. What do you mean? That's not proving a negative. He made a positive claim.
He said it doesn't have X in the Bible. How does he prove that?
By showing that that's not in the Bible. And by the way, you can prove negatives. It's not raining inside your house right now, right? You can prove negatives.
Is not there.
Yes, you can prove
It's
that.
like if I were to say that God doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And the burden of proof is on me to prove
Yeah.
that something does not exist.
You can do that. Yes, you can prove negatives. I don't know who told you can't.
You can attempt.
No, you can prove negatives.
You can attempt, but you can't prove a negative.
Yes, you can. Look it up right now. In fact, I'll give you a galaxy. If you look up, can you prove a negative? And it turns out that I'm wrong.
I don't want your galaxy, but okay.
Offer it terms of peace. If it accepts your terms of peace,
So
and
be
it's surrendered
friends?
to you,
I
all
got
the
it.
People, no, yeah, exactly. Here's them being friends. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Then all the people.
Give me the
in it shall
passage real
serve
quick so I can pull it up and go along it with you.
2010.
I'm sorry, say
Deuteronomy
it.
2010.
Deuteronomy 2010.
Deuteronomy.
Okay.
2010. If it accepts your terms of peace, all the people in it shall serve you at forced labor.
Okay.
Make your friends slaves. But if it doesn't accept your terms, besiege it. Kill everybody. Okay.
So the caveat.
Put all the males to the sword. You take all.
Yeah.
Put all the males to the sword.
Mhm.
You take the women and children as possessions.
Yeah, so this starts with.
Do you think in
yeah.
this scenario, do you think God could have done a third option or not?
Well,
Is that
actually,
what-
you're leaving out very critical context, and I'm going to give it to you. Under 20, going to war. Hang on. You are leaving out critical context.
I want to hear the context, but just can you answer my question first?
Well,
it sounds like you're
no. In context, the answer is no. So here, let me demonstrate it for you.
No other options.
Well, God always has options. The people who God was discussing this with.
Yes, he had more other options.
Yeah, God has the option to take away your free will too. Should he?
Yep. So yeah, he should have.
He should have taken away people's free will. Okay.
Yeah. Instead.
So just change the ontology of what a human being is. But anyway, so.
So excuse me. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. So you want God to take away people's free will? Got it.
You can't prove a non-existence, but.
So hang on. What about proving a negative?
If it's between dead, a slave, or a friend without free will, I would absolutely be a friend.
With no free will, so a slave.
He can do it.
What do you call a person with no free will except a slave, sir?
Does he have to remove their free will for eternity, or can he just do that?
So you want God to turn those people into slaves? That's the debate. Thank you.
Rico, that's not what I said.
You want them to take away their free will. What do you call a slave? Somebody who doesn't have access to free will.
Why are you scared to respond to this honestly?
Okay, I'm responding to it very honestly.
Listen to what I'm offering.
Okay.
If he just took their one thing away, that one time, are they slaves forever?
So slavery is okay as long as it's not forever?
No, just the one choice.
Well, they would be slaves for the rest of their life if you took away their will to be enemies with people. Yes, that would be forever. Well, how could it not be the case? How could it not be the case that you're advocating right now that God makes people slaves, sir?
You're telling me that right now, if I was like, your only options are to die or become a slave, or you can be my friend, but you don't get to like choose that one thing.
I don't get to choose which thing.
You say like, yeah, I'll be your friend, even though I don't like you, and I snap my fingers, and now you like me.
Yeah, but you
would say no. I don't want to be forced to like you. I would choose slavery or death.
Wait a second. If I don't want to be your friend, and God forces me to, is God taking away my free will?
In that one moment, yes.
Then you're and if you're saying that that's what God should have done, then you're advocating that God makes people slaves, sir.
Making someone your friend isn't a slave.
No, taking away someone's free will is exactly what a slave is.
Not slavery. Forced friendship.
Really?
Is not slavery.
Forcing you to do things against your will under threat isn't slavery? Got it.
There's no threat. There's no threat.
Forced
work is slavery.
Wait. I'm really confused here. So if you force people to be friends, that's not slavery? If you do it at gunpoint?
No, that's not what slavery is. No.
Okay, then what is slavery?
That's just forced labor.
Forced labor. So if I chain you up in my basement but you don't have to do any work, I have not enslaved you?
No, I don't think that's slavery. That's kidnapping.
Okay, so then God should have kidnapped them.
No.
No.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you take away a person's...
Did I say that the third option was chain them up in the basement? Are you drunk?
Well, if you're taking away a person's free will, they can't choose, right? The whole point of why slavery is abhorrent is because it takes away your choice, right? What else would it be? What else would actually make that bad?
I understand that you have problems with that. Do you have issues with that?
Well, what actually would make slavery wrong except that you're taking away a person's agency and free will? What actually about it would even be wrong?
Forcing them to work.
That's because you're taking away their free will and choice. That's what makes that wrong.
I understand that. Like there's autonomy.
So what you're doing is that is the problem. What else is immoral? What else could be immoral about it except that?
With slavery, you beat them, you work them.
You don't have to beat a person for them to be your slave.
They did.
Yeah, but you don't have to. So that's not the caveat of must. So if the case is that the only thing that you could even find to be abhorrent about slavery is taking away a people's agency and free will. Otherwise, what's even your issue with it?
Here's what I want.
Can you answer my question first? What is even your issue with it other than that? What is it?
I don't like it. So
I don't like it. Oh, okay. Great argument.
If you can say this, I'll think you're being honest, but it sounds so dishonest to me. What I want to hear Rico say is, if I had three choices, to die, to become a forced labor slave, or to just have Mezzo snap his fingers and he likes me now, that he would choose one of the other two.
Well, I would
'Cause I
choose.
think he would choose.
I would choose
just
to take
that
away that
one choice,
person's
we'll be friends,
agency.
and I get to live and not have to work. If he can answer
Yeah.
that honestly,
Okay, hang on. I'll answer.
What would you pick?
I'll
between
answer it not only honestly, but I'll even go beyond that. So if it was me choosing for you,
Beyond honest.
if it was me choosing to take away your free will, which is the same to me as slavery, of course I would choose that. But if it was to choose me having my free will taken away, I would choose slavery over that.
Wait, so you're saying you think slavery is taking someone's free will
What
away?
else would you even have an issue with?
And God condoned slavery?
No. Listen, what I'm saying is
God
that
condoned
the
taking
reason
people's free
that
will
you
away?
have a moral issue against slavery is because of the condemnation against taking away a person's agency. The same issue you have with the same issue you have with slavery is the same issue you'd have with kidnapping. It's the same exact problem.
You called me. What did I miss?
By you
Is
saying,
taking someone's free will away.
All
Like,
right, I'm not about to
do
be
that would
ignored
make-
on my own live. You got
Oh,
me
you
fucked up. What did I
You were off.
miss?
You were off camera for a second. You there?
I know. I left.
well, it's not
I'm
like you've
asking
contributed
to be-
anything. I don't know why you're
Hey,
upset.
Hey, Rico.
It's not like you've
Hey,
contributed
Rico?
anything to your own life.
Thank you. I just want to know what I missed. But yes, I
Well, I'll
stopped
tell you what
talking
you
because
missed.
You guys were having a 1v1.
Yeah,
Thank
I'll tell you.
I
I'll tell you what
appreciate
you
that
missed.
greatly.
So what you missed
Thank
was
you.
this: was whether or not taking away a person's agency is the same as slavery. My contention is that the same thing which makes slavery immoral is the fact that you're taking away people's free will and agency. So if it's his contention
condones it.
that you should take away people's agency rather than enslave them, he's just saying the same thing twice.
Isaac. I was here for that. I'm talking about your answer to the hypothetical.
Okay, which
No, he didn't
hypothetical?
answer it.
Yes, I did. I said if
Remember
I
the
was
one of
choosing
mine?
for you, I would choose yes
No,
to take away
choose
your
for you,
agency.
Rico.
I already told you
Choose
that
for
one too.
you.
If I was choosing for me, I would choose
What?
to keep my free will intact.
So are you a slave or dead?
In that case, I'd be a slave because that would be preferable to dead.
Slaves don't have free will, Rico.
Yes, but if you took away they still have agency, and taking away free will eliminates all agency. It'd be, in other words, I become a different person.
Like me, Rico, if I snap my fingers to make you like me, you
Yeah.
still have other agencies. You just like me.
Yeah, no, but now I've become a different person. Like whatever
you
the thing,
choose- you
whatever the
choose
things were
slavery?
that were inside of me that would have made me
You-
Rico,
you
they are now
choose
gone.
working for
Do you want me
me
to
for the
answer the
rest of your
question
life?
or not? The case
I don't
is,
believe you. I think
if
you're
I
being
don't care what
dishonest
you
because
believe,
you have a YouTube
I'll
audience
demonstrate
watching
it.
this
I'll
right now.
demonstrate it for you.
He's broadcasting.
I'll.
Sam, by the
So
way.
what? You're broadcasting yours too. So if it's the
I'm
case,
just letting you know because we make it public. and
Yeah, yeah,
obviously
that's-
you do it sneaky.
how's it
I mean,
sneaky?
I'm not.
You're broadcasting
shocked by
publicly,
that.
and I'm broadcasting
This is-
publicly. What's the problem?
I feel like
Because you
also
didn't say it.
people. In
Why do
this-
I need to
people in the
say
comment
it?
Section have been. Oh my god, calm down. Ew. What's it called? People have been calling him by a different name. Is this like a person that like matters?
Well, I mean, I probably don't matter much to you.
This is Frank Turek.
Who?
So, Rico, I just want to make sure that we're clear. Like you can interrupt me 7,000 times after this, but let me just get this out.
His name's
Okay.
Richard.
For me to,
Who the fuck is Rich? Sorry.
we don't know. For you to
Rico,
lose
short
like
for Richard.
one single choice,
Mhm.
one single free will to like me, you wouldn't pick that. Whereas with slavery, you lose lots of free wills. You can't play. You can't go hang out with your family. You can't like go out on a drive. You can't do art. You just work for me forever. You still would pick that one more than the one where you just lose the one thing.
Well, you're not losing the
You would
one.
give up. You would give up.
Yeah, you're not.
Okay, that makes
You're
sense.
not. You're not actually losing the one thing. So I wouldn't consider free will to be bubbled into sections of utils. The idea here would be
This guy's
if
dishonest.
if I didn't like you, there's
Well, yeah,
what is the dishonesty?
I'm learning right now that he's from whatever.
What is
so,
the
like, this makes
dishonesty?
sense.
Well, then
What
work
is the
for me.
dishonesty, sir?
Then work for me, Rico.
What?
Prove it.
Oh, take away my free will, then try it. See how that works out for you.
Sure.
Yeah, try it.
Brett?
Sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, try
that's it.
No problem.
Threat?
That's it.
Question
How's
mark?
that a threat?
Threat?
How's that a threat?
Is that what that was?
No.
I
Ridiculous.
just dropped him down. He has free will.
He. You did infringe upon his free will, so fair
He
enough.
said to.
You did.
He said to. No, I really don't think that that's an honest answer.
Because you got your ass kicked.
Choose slavery over friendship.
Got your ass kicked.
That's too ridiculous. That guy's being dishonest.
I think the rationale.
That wasn't a question of whether or not I would choose friendship over slavery. He's a lying, gutless sack of liberal shit, which is why he didn't want me to continue to press him. The question was whether or not I would allow the core of myself to be changed by having my will altered, or choose slavery. In that case, I would choose slavery rather than, because I would no longer be me. If you took away the things that made me me, I'm not me anymore. And that's what he didn't want to contend with. And his only other option was to say that if you took away a person's will, you are indeed advocating for slavery itself anyway. And that's how you argue that, by the way, from a biblical perspective. They'll always argue that you should make people slaves instead, thus losing their position on God makes slave dough. So just something for you guys to take away. By the way, that was enjoyable to do that to them.
Citizens
protesting. I always enjoy it. What was that channel called? I want to see the cope now. Oh, there's.
But
see if we can find
he said he wouldn't stop unless I was his friend, so I would say that's like he made me do it.
Right.
Right?
But that's not what slavery is, though. To be a slave is to be owned as property.
Yeah, but he treats me like property.
But you're not owned as property, though.
It doesn't matter. That's the thing that makes slavery wrong is the same thing that makes what you're talking about wrong. It doesn't matter.
Friends.
Yes, which is why it's coercion. But you're
it's
not
coercion.
You've just been coerced
God, these people
and assaulted brutally.
How do these people work, dude?
But he makes me do stuff. Like a slave. So I think that's kind of slavery. Like I have to go like pick stuff up from the dispensary and go do things like that.
You just said that you're his friend now. Which again, like to be clear, this is fucked. Coercion is bad. But if you're being held against your will and like you're not allowed to leave and you are like owned as property on top of given these tasks, slavery. But if you're not owned as property,
that's
then
chattel slavery.
Coerced. This is coercion.
Oh Lord!
But Rico made me be his friend. I don't understand. I feel enslaved. I thought it was about my feelings.
Who said that?
I don't know. I don't know what this guy's talking about.
I am one person.
The argument here is simple. The same thing that you would say makes slavery immoral, which is the elimination of agency and free will, is the same thing that you'd be advocating by saying that God must force people to be other people's friends, that you eliminate the same thing, thus creating the same moral conundrum that you are trying to get away from to begin with. That's it. Very simple argument. If you're going to make it, then make that argument.
Coerced. But
yeah,
he forced me.
You're not owned as property. Which is the criteria.
But he makes me do things like I'm property. I don't understand.
I don't know how to, like, and I'm being so genuine right now. I'm not sure how to break this down further. But like,
well, do I not sound genuine?
No, I'm not saying that you don't sound genuine. I'm saying like to own someone as property would be like a contractual thing. Like legally, like you would be owned as like you know how like when you own a house, you like sign something, and now the house becomes your property, unless there is a legal agreement made.
So there's only to be enslaved, you have to have a contract. Is what you're saying?
It's the most ridiculous shit I ever heard.
Slavery is a property agreement, so yes.
What? What the fuck? What?
Yes. So okay, I'm trying to understand this. So like,
what?
Someone under like like that didn't choose that, didn't sign any document, didn't make a contract. They just had to go and do things. Like were forced into other countries and forced to build things. They are not slaves because they didn't sign a contract.
No, we can't move on. Fuck you. You move on. You move on, fucker.
They're going into other
I'm enjoying
countries.
myself.
They're like being forced to do work. Definitely human trafficking. That's where like sex trafficking comes from. It's
and
that,
so
but
they're
with,
not
like
slaves.
sexual stuff.
So human traffickers aren't slaves.
They're trafficked victims for sure.
And they're not slaves.
They're not people owned as property, so no. Unless they are, because some like people who are human trafficked are owned as property. That is the case sometimes. But not all the time.
Now you're confusing me. Are people that are human trafficked, are they not slaves? You're just confusing
Not
me.
all the time. But sometimes people are literally like owned contractually in sex trafficking or human trafficking. In that case, yes. But if that's not the case, then no. To be a slave is to be a person owned as property. And to own property is a...
For those of you saying you're bored in the chat, you know what makes me not bored? Watching my mods ban people who say that they're bored. Mods, take care of that for me. They say that they're bored. We'll just go ahead. They can provide us with entertainment. Go ahead, say it, you fuckers. I want to be entertained.
I'm having trouble seeing the difference.
Okay. One has a legal agreement. One doesn't. Like, the whole reason why this came up in the first place is because in the Bible...
Well, hold on. I just want to take this another step. So, just really quickly. So, were the people who were the black slaves, were they just human trafficked?
They were owned as property contractually. Like, legally,
Well, no,
they
they didn't sign a contract. But the women didn't sign the contracts, right? There's no contracts. So some of them didn't have contracts.
They didn't sign the contracts. But federally...
so hold on. So you have proof that everyone had a contract?
No, it was federal. It was like written into law. So there was still an agreement. They just weren't a part of it.
Oh, so human, because it was written into law. So like, if human trafficking was written into law, then it's slavery.
Yeah. If there is a legal agreement, then yes.
Interesting.
But human trafficking is famously, typically, against the law.
Look, I think I've learned enough for the day. I mean, you've opened up my world of what the difference is between human trafficking and slavery. I've got a lot to learn, it looks like.
I guess. You got a lot to learn.
Sure. You know what chattel slavery is? Do you know what the word chattel means?
Hi, Jordan.
Hey. No? Bye-bye.
Oh.
Well, bummer.
Indeed. Moving on. There's a person in here. I think his name's Andrew or Richard. I don't know which one. But he came in and he was like grilling Mezzo on slavery. And I think he might have brought questionable individuals with him.
He did indeed. His name is Andrew Wilson. He is streaming. He's from the Crucible, apparently.
What the fuck is the Crucible?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Okay.
But
I'm hearing things about like the Whatever podcast, which I've never watched, but I know vaguely that they like have like a bunch of like right-wing ideologies that generally hurt people.
Yeah, he's definitely like a.
He's the pickle jar guy.
Ooh. No, he's definitely like an arch conservative. So I've seen like little clips of him, and he just sits there like, smoking cigarettes and.
He's the pickle jar guy.
Olive jar.
Why didn't anyone give me this information earlier?
Wouldn't have done you any good.
Y'all all fake as hell. Every single last one of y'all is fake as fuck.
Can you answer a question for me real quick?
Hold on. To the people who are confused about what I mean by this. So, Andrew Wilson, as I'm learning, is the name of the dude who's in the Whatever podcast. Or one of them, I think.
Are those glasses real?
Yes.
Wait, they're actual? Like, you can see out of them?
Like, you see how they're altering your vision? Like that. Like, these are prescription.
Where did you get those?
Lensalter.com. But yeah, I can't see for shit. It's bad.
Yeah, me neither. Anyways, that Rico guy was really good. He had a lot of good points. Why did you kick him off?
I didn't. Mezzo did. Because Rico said to infringe upon his free will.
Because he couldn't win the argument?
No,
Yeah.
because it
Yes.
said to infringe upon his free will. So Mezzo was like, okay. And then
That's
kicked
not
him.
an infringement on
That
my
was the
free
bit.
will. Stupid.
But the people who don't know what I'm
fucking
talking about with
idiot.
like the pickle jar,
Back
because
to
y'all, I know y'all are holding on. So
Let's see how many
Andrew,
details she gets wrong
as
here.
I'm learning, is one of or the dude from the whatever podcast. I don't really know how that works.
Uh-huh.
And if you guys know, there's this girl. Her name starts with a Z. I don't want to mispronounce her name, but there's this woman who actually has hair that's kind of similar to mine is right now, and she was
And the
on
nose ring.
Jubilee, and she did a really good job, I think.
She got devoured.
And she went on the
She
whatever
put Vaseline
podcast.
on the pickle jar. Actually, it was olives, but
olives.
Okay, I don't know about that.
She had
but
like
anyway,
lotion on her hands, and then she like rubbed it all over the jar lid.
I don't know where you got that from. But anyway, also he didn't say that like as he was trying to open it. But she went there, talk about misogyny because he's misogynistic typically. And he's like, women can't open the pickle jar. So
no, I
then
didn't. Never happened.
she pulls out from her fucking bag, I shit you not. She goes in her bag and
Never
pulls
happened.
out a fucking jar.
None of this happened.
And she goes, open it.
None of this ever happened. Just like none of this
You
ever
probably
happened.
know who I'm talking about now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Open it.
Never happened.
And so he starts to try and open it.
That's actually not what happened.
Never
he starts
happened.
to try and open it.
Never
they
happened.
Had the jars there.
From what I recall.
She tried to open it first. She couldn't. And then she
okay,
handed it to him
sure, whatever.
after she smeared
I-
all the lotion all over.
There was no lotion. I don't know where you're getting this from. But anyway,
There definitely was, but who
jar
cares?
It's all lubed
for
up.
you.
That's
Jar
why they both
for
said it
you.
was greasy, but
He
whatever.
tries to open it.
Mhm.
It does not go well.
Yeah.
And like he keeps trying, like my man is straining. My man is straining.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like it's rough.
Yeah.
And as he's talking, he's like, I don't know, like, I don't think that this is like something had to have been done to this jar. Is what's being said.
Uh-huh.
Now, I didn't see the before. I didn't see the after.
I'm sure.
I don't know anything about the jar.
Yeah.
But it looked bad.
Because you want
Is
it
what
to
I'm
be
saying.
bad. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, let's take a brief intermission.
Take one.
Andrew Wilson jar of pickles. Or apparently it was olives.
Olives.
So that's cool. Anybody here like olives?
I don't
Y'all
like
fuck with olives? Hold on. What does that have to do with the prompt? The people
Nothing.
are curious.
Nothing.
And I'm also curious.
All right. Move on to the next one here. I don't know what the fuck she's even yapping about.
I gotta go, guys.
Oh, Andy.
What? What'd I do?
You gotta go. See,
What'd
now
I
I
do?
might just sing Toy Story.
Andy,
Like,
that
you know,
was
when
me.
she loved me, but I'll replace it with he. Because it's like.
I'll see you later.
All right. Libby, why are you leaving?
Things I gotta do.
All right. Have a good night.
Okay. Have a good night, you guys. Andy, I'm just giving you shit, by the way.
Oh, I'm over here playing Skate 4. I'm so confused.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, Andy's leaving. Wait, there's a song in Toy Story about love and loss. Maybe I should dedicate it to Andy.
No, do it.
She pulled a jar out of her
put that in my
purse
lineup.
and handed it to me. And that was it.
Okay, fine. I'll volunteer as tribute, but I'm not actually singing when she loved
Never
me
happened,
first.
but it's a good story. It is a good story.
I can't sing. Your phones will all crack.
What do I want to sing first? I kind of want to set the mood, but I don't want it to be too sad because it's going to be quite a few ballads too.
Oh, I'll sing sad songs. Listen, anybody who comes to karaoke knows people sing what the fuck they want. If they want to sing sad shit, that's okay.
Oh, nobody
My
cares.
live, you sing what you want.
Destiny sucks dick.
Oh,
I
no,
couldn't.
I
I
will
didn't open a jar
absolutely
once
sing
on
sad
whatever
shit,
podcast.
but I feel like I'm
It's
gonna make
like
myself
I
brave
feel like if
I
these
go
guys can
first,
weather
and then
those
it's gonna be like
issues,
a guy show.
I'm just
So
not
I'm
that
gonna, like, have
concerned
fun
about an
and
olive jar.
like, get in
Not
my
that concerned
feels.
about it.
So like, oh,
Andy,
y'all
are
aren't
you gonna
worried about me
sing?
the whole
If that's what my enemies have on me, boy, there's way worse things, I guess.
All new phones for breaking them with my voice.
Ooh, have you guys seen Six the Musical?
No.
This
I want
one's
to play.
kinda
I want
sad,
to sing
but it's not gonna make
karaoke.
me like get into my feels too
I want to
much.
sing karaoke.
But you're gonna love it.
All right, Kai,
Are
you
we
ready?
all guarding up?
Whenever
I'm
you're
all
ready.
y'all.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on mute.
Find out in the Google app. Tap lens.
I don't think they're going to let me up.
Ask Google your question. What kind of clouds?
I have a great song to bring up, too. Fantastic song to bring up.
And bring in a whole lot of people. I'm trying to bring in multiple people at once this time around. We did have a few 1v1s here, but some folks just be dragging it sometimes. Oh, what's going on, Shelbo? Welcome back. Thank you very much. Tapping away. Appreciate you. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift. If you're liking what you're hearing so far, please by all means provide a gift. There is a gift goal above. And also, if you would like to be extra generous, my Cash App and my PayPal are in my link tree in my bio. All donations will be going towards. Said we are on to our next caller, Rico,
but close enough.
Oh, Rico. Sorry.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Rico.
No worries. Thank you for having me on your panel tonight. I appreciate it.
No problem. How can I help you?
Can we do white people cannot experience racism?
All right, sure. What do you think? That's something you disagree with?
Yeah, so I think that this will just come down to a semantic distinction, that you will say that racism has to be prejudice plus power. And I'm just going to reject that immediately and ask you, why is it that I should accept that definition instead of accepting the definition that prejudice towards somebody based just on race is racism? Why isn't that the better definition?
So are you assuming that I'm automatically going to say racism is prejudice and power?
Yes, I am.
What is the definition of racism, sir?
I just gave it to you. I think it's prejudice based specifically upon racial categorizations.
Right, and that's what you assumed I was going to say.
No, I assumed that you would say that it's prejudice plus power.
No, I would read the actual definition from Oxford Languages.
Go ahead and read it.
So it says prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism by an individual, community, or institution against a person or people in the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized.
So then how come, even by that definition, then why can't white people experience racism? That's bizarre. Based on that definition, they can. Well, that's not what the definition says. It doesn't say you have to be marginalized.
No. I didn't say have to be.
Well, then
they can be marginalized.
That's not a criteria.
Are white people?
Yeah,
are white people being marginalized?
Yeah, that wouldn't matter to the definition.
That it quite literally matters to the definition.
Read the definition again. Most often, not must be.
This says typically that means is a minority.
Yeah, typically doesn't mean necessity.
You know, another word for typically is usually, right? So
but so not necessity then?
So what?
So not necessity. Typically.
Where?
Typically is not necessity.
Usually.
Yeah, that's not necessity. Which means it's not a necessary conditional of racism. Only that it's a typical one.
No one said it had to be.
Then let's read the rest of the definition.
No, so Rico, hold on. So no one is saying it has to be a necessity. No one said that at all.
Then why are you bringing it up? Then why are you bringing it up?
That's literally part of definition. That's the whole definition.
Yeah, but
it's saying that commonly, it's essentially saying commonly, it is going to be a minority group or marginalized. That's
nice.
what that means.
But it's not a necessity.
It's commonly So again, right, when it comes to the whole definition here, when we say prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism, right, those three things combined by an individual, community, or institute, right? Yeah. So that can include one small group of white people, that can include an entire country, or that can include an institution such as our government. Or it can include a singular person. Against a person or people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group.
Why can't that include an individual?
It literally says individual.
Yeah, so then
It
so
said-
then
it
why
said
can't
individual.
so then if a black person or I'm sorry BLK person is making racial remarks towards a YT person, then that would be the YT person experiencing racism.
So what racial remarks have a black person said to a white person?
C word, for instance.
Huh?
The C word.
The C word?
Yeah.
What C word?
Like Ritz. They call them Ritz, right? Another name for Ritz. It's a type of
cracker.
Yeah.
Cracker is not a racial slur.
Well, I think that YT people perceive it as being one.
Why do they perceive it as being a racial slur?
Well, it doesn't really matter.
Black
They
people?
do think it is, and so therefore it is. Racial slurs are only going to be
so-
conceptualized
so-
by the people
so-
who are using them against.
So they do think it is. So that's their feelings.
Well,
They feel
wait.
it's a
all
racist slur.
all of it's based around feelings, sir. No matter which side you're on.
No, it's not.
Yes,
That's not
it
how that
is.
works at all.
Yeah, well,
that's not how that works.
Then let me give you an example. Okay, if you were a person who didn't understand, if you were a black person, let's say, who didn't understand what the N-word meant, right? How could you have any feelings that it was racial or not racial?
So again, this goes back to the origin of a slur, right?
That's the
So
etymology of a
what would-
word. It has no bearing on the perception of the word.
The word cracker quite literally has no bearing, no weight to calling somebody.
If I
that.
believe
like, literally,
that
there's no weight.
if you're saying it to me in order to make a comment about me racially, which is a slur, then that is a racist slur, sir.
What is the origin of cracker?
The etymology wouldn't matter in this context.
It absolutely
Why?
matters.
Why would it
What is
matter?
the origin of cracker?
Why would it matter if you're using a
Rico.
racially charged slur towards
Rico.
a person? Why would the etymology matter?
Rico. History and context absolutely matters.
Why?
The reason
Why would it
black
matter
people-
here? This is just an appeal to
Can I
authority.
can I explain it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, then here we go. So first off, cracker started out as a classist term. That was a classist slur, right? For rich white people, for poor white people. Long before Europeans came to the Americas and
Okay.
started using slaves,
I'll
right?
grant it. Go
there
ahead.
was something called indentured servitude up north in the European areas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you had a lot of poor white people trying to earn the scraps from the hardship jobs that they were working for rich white people. And even then they were calling the poor white people crackers, right? Now, when they got to America and they did their little genocide on indigenous people and then got lazy, couldn't pick their own cotton, so they decided to travel the seas again and start to enslave Africans and bring them over to, America, right? They established the race as the hierarchy of privilege based off of their skin color and complexion. But what never changed was the classism amongst rich and poor white people. Because what happened was those lazy rich white people started having their slaves building their houses, their mansions, their cities and stuff like that. But the jobs that they mostly gave for the whip master, the slave patrol, those were the poor white people. And even then, they were still being called crackers, right? And even then, when it came to, the crack of a whip, from the whip master, the torturer, the disciplinary of the slaves, that's where it came from. That's why slaves also started calling the whip master cracker, right? So it has nothing to do with the skin color. It has to do with the fact that it was prominently poor white people having the job of catching slaves and torturing slaves and having to whip slaves. So that's where that came from. Right, that's what that is.
Except
And
you're
now,
omitting a
right,
very key point here, which is that by the 1940s, particularly during the Great Migration, the term took on a new meaning in African American communities. It was used to refer to bigoted white people in the South, and it was used as a racially charged slur.
bigoted white people in the South. You mean the poor white people that were initially slave patrol, right?
Sure, but what they're doing is they're using it as a racially charged slur, sir. That's when the
How is that
context
racially
changed.
charged? How is that racially
because
charged?
they meant it to only mean you're a white low-class person. That therefore it's
That's
racially
classist.
charged.
That's classist.
Then why wouldn't they just say you're a poor person?
Because cracker was already there. That's for
That makes no
classist.
sense.
That's
Why would they
classism.
include that it was YT specific
Okay.
if it wasn't
You know,
racially
so
charged, sir?
Hold on.
That makes no
Rico,
sense.
Rico.
That makes no sense.
Rico,
Sir,
you're in my ear.
sir,
Relax.
I would like an
Rico,
answer to my
Rico.
question.
Rico, I
You're
need
not
you to
gonna
calm
answer the
down,
question.
right?
I already know it. Go
I
ahead.
am going to answer your question. I already so just so we're clear, right?
Yeah.
Racism is not classism. The fact that you even brought up the Great Depression and all that matter literally proves my point, how the wealth and poor gap literally grew even significantly more. So there were lesser rich people that were getting more rich off the Great Depression, calling more poor white people crackers. And black people simply just adapted that because they were still being bigoted,
Yeah,
poor
but different
white
groups,
people.
different groups mean things differently. For instance, the N word with the A on the end means something completely different to the African American community than when white people say it, and then with the hard R as well, it means something totally different. When you use a chart, hang on, let me make the argument. If it's the case that you are loading this term with a racial categorization, YT poor people equals C word, then what you're doing there is you're creating a racial categorization and it's a racial slur. I don't see how you could ever get around it. Then why does it only include YT people? Then why isn't it for Mexicans, sir? Why is it only for YT people? Why don't they call Mexicans crackers, sir?
Rico, you're crashing out. Relax.
Just answer the question, dude.
Right? That slur was meant for poor white people. You literally
yes,
just said
it's
it out your
racially
own mouth.
charged.
They're
yes,
poor. It's rooted in classism. It's poor.
Who cares what
Poor
it's
white
rooted
people
in? I
are
already
called
so
crackers.
again.
And let's be very clear about something. Mexicans have their own slurs. Chinese people have their own slurs.
I agree.
Which a lot of white people came up
Are
with
those
themselves
racist?
based off
Are those
of their
racist slurs?
based off their
Are those
ethnicities.
racist slurs?
They have their own complete different
Are
slurs
those
that white
racist
people have
slurs?
used. But it was only ever white people that used cracker.
Are those
for
racist
poor white
slurs?
people.
Those other slurs are those
What's-
racist? Those other slurs used for other races?
For Mexicans and Asians?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay, so then
Because
why
they-
is it when
so
you
because
charge
they-
those with a racial categorization, are those made racist? But somehow when this is charged with a racial categorization, meaning it's meant to specifically attack you for being white and poor, why is that not now a racial slur, sir?
So now we can get into that, right? There's a distinct difference because of that. It's called dehumanization. And what I mean by that is we see time and time again that there were certain slurs being used for people of color, including black and brown folks, in which there were also laws set up that said that black and brown people were lesser than human, quite literally known as the 3/5 compromise, right? The difference in dehumanization compared to black folks, compared to
No,
poor
that
white
was for
folks. You wanna
poor,
know-
dude. That was for voting purposes, so that the North wasn't outvoted by the South. Give me a break. What are you talking about?
So they made the slaves 3/5 to give the South
no,
slave owners a
what
one
they
up.
no, what the whole purpose of that was to try to make sure that the South could not rule over the North because they had so
who did
many
they-
slaves.
So that's why they made the slaves 3/5.
Yes, I agree.
What?
It was, but it was about
So then what the
voting.
hell?
It was about voting. That was what the
It was-
classification was for.
So hold on. Stop. Let's be clear. It was not just about voting, right? Because even after the South got their little one-up, their little help in Congress, people still used that law to justify the state-sanctioned violence that they committed on slaves and black people.
Yeah, southern
they were
states.
literally considered
Southern states.
3/5.
Yeah,
they were
I know.
literally considered. They were literally considered 3/5 of a person.
Yeah, but
And
nobody's
because
arguing
the law
that.
said that they were. Then you shouldn't be trying to defend the 3/5
I'm not
compromise.
defending
That's the
it.
whole point
I'm
here.
explaining the-
That's
I'm
the whole-
explaining
that's
the
whole
historic
point here.
context.
Hold on, listen to me. That's the whole point here.
Okay.
That's the whole point here,
Okay.
right? Black and brown people and slaves were literally less than human. They were considered 3/5 of a human being. They were considered 3/5 of a human. Okay, and so guess who still got jobs? The crackers. Guess who still got jobs? The
Why
poor
would this-
white people.
why- and what would
because
this have
they were
to
still
do-
seen as human
okay,
beings
so-
compared to African slaves
Why do you
and
keep
Mexican
muting me, dude?
peoples.
Stop muting me.
Because you're
such a bad faith. Well, dude, you won't even let me get 3
You're
words
in-
out. You
you're in
won't
bad
even
faith.
let
You
me
just-
get 3 words out before you
Oh
mute me.
man, I
Now,
need to turn
what about
down this phone
what
because
about
this is bad.
what about Peckerwood?
There we go.
Is Peckerwood racial?
Peckerwood. I haven't even heard Peckerwood.
You
What is
never
that?
heard the word Peckerwood?
Who's that for? No, not like
Can
that.
you look up the word?
Sure. Am I going on Urban Dictionary?
No, it's a very common anti-white slur.
It's a common anti-white slur. Hold on a minute. Let's see here. Peckerwood. Hold on a minute. Let's see here. Peckerwood. It says a white person, especially a poor one.
So when a black person specifically uses this in order to create a class, in order to point out that you're a YT poor person, how's that not racially motivated?
Do you realize? Hold on. I don't think you just realized. You just proved my point even further. That's considered another classist term.
No, it's racially charged.
That's.
Can you tell me, sir?
Oh shit!
Can you tell me about the analysis?
Phone just die?
No, you're fine. I can hear you fine.
Oh fuck! My phone just died.
No, his phone didn't die. his phone. How are you gonna say my phone just died?
Motherfucker! You volume, motherfucker! That is it.
That's it. What the fuck you talking about? That's it. Take him down, Danny.
Yeah. No more. No, not tonight. This son of bitch all night, he chick. He trapped me.
Well, you feeling satisfied now, Teddy? Because I can go on busting you up all night.
Niet. He beat me. Straight up. Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Unbelievable. Unfucking believe. Yeah, my phone just. Did my phone just die? Well, we can see that your phone clearly didn't die. We can clearly see your phone didn't die, or we couldn't hear you say my phone just died. Unreal. All right, boys and girls, it's time to grift. Send in the grift. It's time to send in the grift. See why we don't grift during the middle of the show now? That's why we don't grift in the middle of the show. That's why.
Check out your dad with the swag on the floor. Mama gon' brag when I walk in the door. Y'all ain't never seen a gorilla in the mist walk the line so fine with